Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 30 of my Forex trading journey. Hope each and every one of you are having an absolutely beautiful, amazing day so far. And today, as we get into about a little bit after 15 minutes into the start of my schedule, I have our first trade opportunity with gold. We have the sell arrow that popped up right on this particular candle right here. We just got into a sell trade right after this particular candle closed, and just taking a look, we can see that we have a little bit of a downtrend that we have going on right here. Price creating a lower high right around this particular area right here. Excuse me. And not only that, but I also do see that we have a downtrend right at this particular area right here. So I could definitely tell that prices are steadily going down. So, we're not only are we in a bearish market structure, but we also have a trend line going all the way down here to where out the last candle that had the arrow pop up took place. So, with that being said, yes, we have a down arrow, but I also can take a look at a few other factors based on my own experience to let me know, okay, this is a nice sell trade that we want to go ahead and take. So, just wanted to show everybody that we are in our first trade for the day. And then, as far as silver, LTC, platinum, US oil, UK oil, as well as gold versus euro. We do not have an opportunity as of yet on those pairs. So no worries. We'll go ahead and we'll just focus on our first trade here, gold versus USD. And then in the meantime, so I finally decided, I should probably, if I'm going to talk about the Miracle Morning, I want to make sure I give the author full credit on that, which is Hal Elrod. Hal Elrod. He wrote this specific book, The Miracle Morning. We were talking about it a little bit where we wanted to, essentially talk about how we are in control of the miracles. And again, miracles are going to look so different to everybody based on your perspective. But one thing that we can always choose is whether or not we believe that there are certain things that happen in our lifetime that we didn't necessarily plan out, that we didn't necessarily plan for, but we took the actions in order to generate those particular miracles that come into play. And we were talking about how it is our responsibility to live that life that is key, that can attract those certain miracles that came in. And I talked a little bit about my previous experience, or what my experience in terms of how I feel that certain events in my life shaped my perspective and influence on how these particular miracles work. And so, we'll go into our next chapter right here, which is taking your life head on. I want to go ahead and continue discussing this book. Now, again, a little bit of background context. This was the third book that I read in my, I guess you could say, student pursuit. So, for those that want to recap on specifically what books I have read, what books to check out, Unshakable by Tony Robbins, You Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and now we're talking about The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. So let's go ahead and let's talk about taking your life head on, right? Now, it is crucial to embrace the perspective that anything another person has overcome or accomplished is simply evidence that anything, and I mean anything, you need to overcome or want to accomplish is possible for you, no matter what your past or current circumstances are. So I think about it in this way, and I'm just going to the books that I have read so far. Unshakable by Tony Robbins. Now, Tony Robbins, for those that don't know his life story, he grew up around 1960, or he was born in 1960, and he had a few certain events that happened in his childhood where he didn't have the, I guess you could say, the ideal childhood in a sense, yet he took what he had learned and, he studied under Jim Rome, and that was a challenge for him because he didn't necessarily have the money to go to a Jim Rome seminar, and he had to go ahead and figure it out on his own on how to get to that seminar in order to work for him, in order to become the life coach that he is today. And of course, for those that know Tony Robbins, he's probably one of the most successful life coaches that are out there. And he had to work and he had to grind, and he had been put in a lot of situations that, aren't great, ideal, and that would, we wouldn't wish upon our worst enemy, right? However, even within that, he had the ability to overcome those circumstances, obstacles, and get to where he is at today. David Goggins, he was a Navy SEAL, ran a few marathons, always had challenges that he had to overcome, whether it was physical based or whether it was mental based. There was a point where he had gotten himself into a rut where he couldn't, he was just he was just stuck in this particular situation, job he didn't like. And he used that as fuel, he used that as fire in order to turn his life back around. And he became not only one of the most accomplished Navy SEALs that are out there, but he also ran a few ran very challenging marathons that would that your average Joe would find difficulty in. And through that, he was able to then become a recruiter for the Navy, a recruiter for the Army, and now he's fighting fires in California. He's a firefighter out in California, and he is just living life. But he also had to overcome a series of challenges, and I even think about what's gone on with me in the past and what I've had to overcome. And again, I'll get to those certain situations in my life because I could say with gratitude that I'm glad I went through them because they allowed me to go to the other side and be at this point where I'm grateful to be in this position where I can teach and train and just go through my own story, go through my own experience. And I do want to share those tough circumstances because I'm sure I'm not the only one who has gone through this situation. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has gone through this particular pain, and it wasn't easy. However, we're all here, and that's all we could ever be. That's all we could ever hope for. That's all we could ever aspire to be. It's just grateful that we are here for this day and for the many days that are to come. And once I do get that courage to share, once I do get some of that stuff out of my way so I can open up, I'll be more than happy to share that with you. But long story short, my point is if there are certain people that can make it through their own obstacles in life that are very challenging, very difficult, then I'm confident everyone can definitely do the same as well. It begins with accepting total responsibility for every aspect of your life and refusing to blame anyone else. And that's true. I go to maybe certain situations in my life where it's very easy for me to blame a individual or blame a particular person or blame a particular company or blame a certain economic condition. A lot of these changes, I would say, took place around the start of the pandemic, March 2020. A lot of these internal changes, a lot of these events that happened that did get me into a state, a rut, if you will, where I was drinking way too much and, well, smoking weed way too much. And looking back at it, I have only myself to really place the blame on, or really not the blame on, just take responsibility. And, even with that horrible situation, I'm grateful I experienced it because now I can understand in this sense where I was like, oh, I got to this point real bad because, well, I think of what I was able to do before the pandemic and the life I was living. And now for that to be taken away, and then so for all those events to change, because at that time I didn't see that there was a lot more than what I was doing. In that sense, I was depressed because, well, I had lost communication, or I had lost that sense of connectivity with some of the people that were associated in my life. And then as I started to accept this path that I'm now on, I can understand, okay, there was a this is happening for me because I need to make room or make space for the things that are to come. Like this, for example. You know, me back in 2020, I wouldn't have known if I was still living the life that I was living. I most likely would not have been open to Forex trading. I would have most likely stayed in the company I was with, not living my purpose, not living the life that I knew that I had the capability of living. And again, it's all about choices. I could have stayed in that situation, or I could look at it as the pandemic allowed me, and as strange as this is, I'm grateful for the pandemic because it allowed me to then pursue what was next. Instead of staying in this chapter that I was in, what was next out there in order for me to go ahead and take hold and seize. And then I've talked about before, I started my first podcast because of the pandemic. I went into X Squad Radio because of the pandemic. I was able to meet Chica Simone that got me into Forex trading, that got me into Tradera, and then Gobi Trade House, and then what we're doing here on the 8 Minute Trader with everybody here, with Salvatore Leto and Dr. Luis Ariaza, Maurice Katz, Ryan Dutchek, the list goes on. But it all starts from understanding and accepting responsibility for the circumstances that are in your life, being grateful for the opportunities that come with those circumstances, and with those opportunities that come, going ahead and taking full advantage, seizing the opportunity for yourself. The degree to which you accept responsibility for everything in your life is precisely the degree of personal power you have to change or create anything in your life. So the beautiful thing is that from every event that's gone on in my life, again, very easy to put the blame or put the power onto somebody else and say that they were at fault for what's going on in my life at this current moment. Yeah. What's even more powerful is accepting that there are certain choices that I have taken that has led me to this path, and I have subconsciously made those decisions in order for my highest good to come out on the other side and being able to do what it is that I do and teach the wisdom and experience that I have to share with the audience. That's how I choose to accept the personal power of all the circumstances and all the events that have happened for me so far. And as you start to, and all my trading results too, I am the one who has pressed the button. I am the one in full control of my results. And I am the one who's going ahead and who is taking these trades. Yes, I have the software, and that's all fine and dandy. However, the software can only point certain things out. I have to be the one that actually pushes the button and says, because of this, because of what else I see. I have been the greatest thing about me being responsible for my trades, and that's what I say in every particular disclaimer that I have, is that I have the personal power to determine if this is a great trade or if this is not such a great trade. And I've determined that this is a great trade, not just because there's a tool that's telling me, oh, this is a great trade, No, it's mainly because I've seen other things in the market that determine, okay, this is where we want to go ahead and we want to start trading on, or this is the trade that you want to take because you've got your downtrend, you've got your even your downtrend right here, you've got your bear market structure right here. Yes, the arrow is nice, and yes, the sell text is nice, but there are other things that I know are also very important for me to talk about and teach so that you all have that same power of, okay, I don't just have to rely on a tool that's telling me one way or another. I have other concepts, other teachings, other conditions that are out there in the market that are determining, okay, this is how come I want to go ahead and take this trade. And no matter what happens on this trade, whether it is a win or a loss, I am responsible for that trade because I am the one that pushed the button that said, yes, I want to go ahead and take this trade. It is important to understand that responsibility is not the same as blame. Responsibility determines who is committed to improving things, right? I am fully committed to being a teacher. I am fully committed to being the best podcaster in the world. I am fully committed to being a 10, 11, 12 counting figure earner. I am fully committed to being a world changing emperor. And I am fully committed to being a global network. And again, when you speak things into existence, the universe normally lines up circumstances, events, opportunities for you in order to take that particular destiny. So everything is under my power, everything is under my control, and everything is under my responsibility. And by having that power, because I am the one who is committed to doing the things necessary in order for me to move into the what I like to call the shoes of the person that I desire to become, that gives me a greater sense of power than if it was just bestowed or gifted upon me. Because it's not about just getting to those things for me. It's about what I become or what I transform, change into in the process of becoming those things. Commit to leaving the past in the past and making our lives exactly the way that we want them to be starting today. You know, I think that line is so powerful for a couple of reasons. One, when we think about it, every trade that we take, yes, it's very important for me to review my past work, but every trade to me allows me to reset my mind and go, okay, now I'm focused on this trade at this particular moment. I am in present time consciousness. And I'm grateful to be in this position where I can go ahead and trade on this particular day. And another way for me that I can also reset the past and give me a bit more of a calmer, clearer, unshakable mind is what I do before trading. And I did say I overslept. I overslept yesterday, but I did get up early today at 4:30 like I normally do. And I listened to about this 20-minute recording where I go ahead and my mind is cleared of all the stuff that happened in the previous day. And now I can focus on, okay, what needs to be done today after I've learned or after I've heard that particular recording. Because now I've gotten the affirmations, I've gotten the the audio instilled in my body to where my body is now primed and conditioned to, instead of focusing on the things that were from yesteryear, I can go ahead and start to focus on the things that need to be focused on in the present. And once we commit to leaving the past in the past and making our lives exactly the way we want them to be starting today, what we're telling ourselves or what we're making a commitment to is to live in the now. We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. We live in this exact moment. And we do everything in our power to go ahead and move forward in the right direction from here on in. All right, everybody. So, while we were waiting for gold to do its thing, LTC actually pulled up a sell opportunity for us. We've got a down arrow for LTC at this particular time. So, we're going to go ahead and take that trade. And while I do see that we're a little bit consolidated, so I will need to go ahead and monitor that. At least for right now, I could definitely see that, we have a, as far as the last down move in the market, based off this consolidation we have right here, I could definitely see how price right here. Let me go ahead and grab my pen. We had this big move in the market just like that. Now we're coming here to this particular lower high. And right here, our down arrow right here was able to go ahead and have that lower high created for us. So I'll be monitoring LTC as well as gold. So let me see right here. Okay, perfect. I'll put that right there. And then right now, I just want to let everyone know that we are still monitoring gold at this particular time. We're still in a sell trade for gold. So we got one sell trade for gold, one sell trade for LTC USD. And if there are further updates, and when there are, I should say when there are further updates that I can go ahead and give to everybody, I will let each and every one of you know. But right now, we've got one sell trade for LTC and one sell trade for gold that we are working on currently. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and place another sell trade on LTC USD. We can see that the down arrow has moved over to the next candle. That candle has indeed closed. So now we can go ahead and we could do a cost average on LTC. So we'll place another sell trade right there for everybody. And then gold is still doing its thing. Right now, we still have gold moving in the direction that it needs to. So we're still letting that trade play out. LTC, we just got into our second sell trade. Nothing on silver, nothing on platinum, nothing on US oil, nothing on UK oil, and nothing on gold versus euro just yet. So I'll be monitoring these particular pairs for the different opportunities that come about. And once I do have those opportunities, I will let you guys know. All right, everybody, I'm going to place another sell trade on gold. We had our down arrow that was right at this candle right here. That has gone ahead and is actually now transitioned over to the candle that just closed. And so we have this new one forming. So we got a second trade into gold. So we've got that going for us. As far as what is going on with LTC USD, let's take a look. Okay, right now we still have, but we're still moving forward with the LTC USD, so we're not going to execute a trade just yet. We're actually going to go ahead and still allow this trade with LTC USD to play out. We currently also have UK oil that's going to be available to us in the next 4 minutes, as long as that down arrow remains. It looks like we have a sell opportunity for UK oil that might be coming up. And then silver, platinum, US oil, and gold versus euro, those are not available to us as of yet. So we've got 2 trades on gold, 2 trades on LTC USD, and we have a potential trade almost ready within the next 4 minutes for UK oil. So those are updates for us right now. And then as soon as I have another update for you guys, I will let you know. All right, everybody, I'm going to get into a sell trade with I'm going to get into a sell trade with UK oil. We could see that our down arrow, our candle has indeed closed with the down arrow intact. So we're going to go ahead and stay on this trade with UK oil. So we're going to get a sell in there. The buy arrow for LTC, I'm sorry, the sell arrow for LTC USD has disappeared. So I'm going to go ahead and execute a couple of buy trades right there so we can zero out our margin for that pair. We have got XAU USD still going right now. We got our down arrow shifted over to the next candle, so I'll be able to take a look at that within the next 10 minutes. So right now we're concentrated on UK oil. We're concentrated on gold. And then as far as everything else, silver, no opportunities so far. Platinum, no opportunities so far. US oil, no opportunities so far. And gold versus euro, no opportunities so far as of yet. So I'll be monitoring these two particular pairs right here. And any updates I can give to you guys, you will definitely know as soon as possible. All right, everybody, I'm coming back and I'm placing another sell trade on gold. We have our down arrow moving over to the next candle. So we have about, what's that, one, let's see, one, two, got about three trades taking place, three sell trades taking place with gold at the moment. Right now, this is our trade that's going on with UK oil. So we got one sell trade going on with UK oil. Right now, nothing on LTC, nothing on silver, nothing on platinum, nothing on US oil, or nothing on gold versus euro as of yet. So again, to recap, we've got one sell trade on oil, three sell trades on gold, and we're going to allow these trades to play out and move forward in the right direction. So any updates that I can give with these trades, I'll let you know, and we'll take it from there. Okay, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and put some buy trades into gold. As we can see, the arrow itself has indeed disappeared. So we are no longer in play with this particular trade, and that's quite all right. You know, we'll go ahead and we'll chalk this up as a loss for us. So we could see that the trend itself, that downtrend, isn't trying to close itself out. So we'll go ahead and we'll allow ourselves to get ready for the next opportunity. In the meantime, we're still concentrated on UK oil, LTC, silver, platinum, US oil, and gold versus euro. Nothing for those trades as of yet. So we're going to concentrate on UK oil for the time being, and any other further updates I can give, I will let you guys know. Okay, so going back to UK oil here, and this is why we do this on the demo account. We have blown this particular account. As we can see right here, it is no longer a viable trading account. So we are definitely going to need to get that replaced, which is fine. Again, this is perfect because now we have some insight into what we don't necessarily need to work on, or what we don't want to don't want to do anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and create myself a new demo account right here. Same settings. We're going to make sure that is at 100. All right, there we go. All right, perfect. Let's finish that. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and just adjust to about 20 right here. And what I'm going to then go ahead and do, oh, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and play the same strategy rules I'm doing with platinum. So I'm going to, in a nutshell, move UK oil and platinum are going to be on the same phase of trading. So, and I'll show everybody what I mean by that when we get to a new trade with UK oil. But in the meantime, nothing on gold, nothing on UK oil, nothing on LTC USD, nothing on XAG or silver USD, I should say. Nothing on platinum, nothing on US oil as of right now, and nothing out of gold versus euro at this particular time. So just wanted to show everybody an update. Again, we did blow this particular account right here, so we're going to start over with a new $100 account. I'm going to make sure that one-click trading is turned on just like so. Okay, perfect. So now this account is ready to go for trading. So when I have further updates for each and every one of you on our next trade opportunity, I will let you know. All right, everybody. So we are back at it. It's been a minute. We haven't necessarily seen any trade opportunities up until this particular point. So just kind of taking a look right here. Now, I did miss out on that platinum opportunity. That is on me, but that's okay. I have said this before. I believe that yesterday I said this, that there are millions of opportunities in this market. So I'm not going to be concerned if we end up missing one opportunity. There'll be plenty more to take. But speaking of opportunities, I placed a buy opportunity on silver. Now, just taking a look right here, I can see exactly how come we have indeed wanted to move forward with our buy opportunity right here. I see an uptrend that originated right where the arrow's been located. So we do have a very nice uptrend that price is respecting. I also do see that there is a support line that price is also respecting as well. I believe if it gets to that particular point, even if it gets to this particular point, this is where I would assume that the buy arrow would disappear. So I'll definitely keep my eyes on that. But right now, we are in the buy opportunity. I don't necessarily foresee us needing to leave this particular opportunity anytime soon, and we will go ahead and we will take full advantage of it. So that's where we are with silver at this particular point. We are in the buy trade with silver as of right now. Once again, I don't have an opportunity for gold at the moment. I do not have an opportunity for oil. I do not have one for LTC, not one for platinum, not one for US oil, and not one for gold versus euro at this particular moment. So I'm going to go ahead and let the silver trade play out. And if I have, and once I have further updates for you guys, I will definitely let you know. All right, everybody, I'm just coming back to the charts right now. We do have a buy. The buy candle has moved over to the buy arrow, I should say, moved from, let me get my thing right here, moved from this guy over to this guy right over here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is place a cost average now that that candle is closed. We do see now that the buy arrow has moved over to the next candle. So the same thing, if we go ahead and we see that the candle closed, the buy arrow is still there, then what we'll go ahead and do is we'll place another buy trade right there. So just want to let you know that I'm in 2 buy trades at the moment. Other than that, I do see gold is not giving us an opportunity as of yet. Just checking on every pair. So gold's not giving us an opportunity. Oil is not giving us an opportunity. LTC is not giving us an opportunity. Platinum is not giving us a opportunity. And it appears that oil is not giving an opportunity, nor, oh, it looks like though we had gold versus euro. That sell arrow just popped there. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take a sell trade right here. So now we're also in a sell trade for euro. Let me go ahead and just move that. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So let's see. I've got, so again, we've got 2 buy trades for gold. We've got 1 sell trade, I'm sorry, 2 buy trades for silver and 1 sell trade for gold at the moment working for us. So I'll go ahead and keep monitoring these 2 particular pairs specifically. And when I have a further update for you guys, I will let you know. Okay, so that buy arrow did indeed disappear for silver. So we're actually going to go ahead and get ourselves out of these trades for a silver for the time being. So that trade did not go well for us. So we've taken a couple of losses so far to my recollection. Gold did not work for us. Oil didn't work for us. Silver did not work for us, but that's fine. You know, we're going to go ahead and still keep ourselves moving forward right here. Right now, we do have gold versus euro. That's our other trade that is in the works right now. We're going to close that and get our 30 pips in profit. So while we did lose silver, we did win gold versus euro. So I'm very happy for that. So far, we are not in any active trades currently at the moment. We are waiting for our next opportunity to get into a trade with any of our particular pairs right here, whether that be US oil, whether that be platinum, whether that be Litecoin, whether that be UK oil, whether that be gold versus the American dollar, or whether that be gold versus euro or silver. I'm sorry, gold versus euro, and and silver versus USD. So we've got those 7 particular pairs. So we're waiting for an opportunity for any one of them. And once we get that particular pair, I'll let everybody know on my next update. All right, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and conclude day 30 of our Forex trading journey right now. As we can see, we do not have any further opportunities that we can take at the moment. And it's about 15 minutes before I normally clock out for the day in terms of trading. So all in all, we did take a couple of losses. The UK oil account did blow, but we're going to We reloaded that account. We have our new strategy in place for the next day. So that's absolutely perfect. We also did lose on gold. We did lose on silver, but we did win on gold versus euro. So we're able to go ahead and have some losing trades, have some winning trades. But overall, what we are doing as we keep moving forward is that we are learning and growing and being able to tackle these markets a little bit better each and every day. So with that being said, if you do have any questions about what we're doing here, some Forex related concepts, anything that you want to talk about, feel free to go ahead and put a comment in the YouTube channel down below. Also, you could reach me on Facebook, which is Jordan Rosario. You can also reach me on Instagram at Jordan Rosario 777. You can also reach me on Twitter at WC_Mbrosario. So those are going to be my three main channels. Of course, we got the YouTube right here, but those are going to be my three main channels. And then I do have a website that I am working on developing. Again, with it's just about tackling that website piece by piece. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it for today's episode. Everybody, I hope you have each and every one of you have a amazing rest of your day. And as always, happy trading, everybody.